Wow, wow. I'm just so happy to have three of my heroes here have spoken to us. We've raised the bar, folks. No silly cliches, science, effective knowledge, laser focus. Three leading experts. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to hand over now to a good friend who spoke with us at Glasgow. Colin Buchanan's going to MC from now on, and basically the next part's going to be simply 5 minutes. So apologies to all grassroots members, but we've effectively run over time already, so it's 5-minute slots. And could Jonathan come up just now, wherever he is? Jonathan, if you're here. Jonathan Reedy, are you still here? Okay, Jonathan, I'm going to get Colin. So Colin Buchanan's taking over, folks, and thank you very much for staying. Cheers.
Thank you, Paddy. Thank you so much. I think up to a few weeks ago, you couldn't have said there was a national movement in Scotland against lockdown. Now we have a national movement in Scotland against lockdown. And this is a movement that can only grow, as Dolores has summarised so eloquently. This is really just about being a human being. We're reasserting ourselves as human beings. That's all it is. It's that simple. As a national movement now, we're going to have speakers from different parts of Scotland, starting with Jonathan, who I believe is from Glasgow. Is that correct? All right. Okay. Okay, John. Anyway, the floor is yours. The floor is yours, Jonathan. Jonathan Rayleigh will speak now.
What's up? Now, I come here to speak here today as a 26-year-old man with high-functioning autism, who I might add, along with my family, is, well, we can actually add that we still believe to this day that the condition was caused by the MMR vaccine I received at 18 months old. To think that I honestly thought it was only the UK government that was the only threat to our basic freedoms and liberties here in Scotland. But as it transpired through my gradual awakening in 2016, they are not the only ones. It soon actually transpires it's not just the establishment politicians here in Holyrood, but also the ones in Brussels as well as in New York City. That's where the United Nations is located. And then you have the super elites based in not the upper echelons of not just the Council of Foreign Relations, but also the Trilateral Commission and the Bilderberg Group. And then the ladder goes higher and higher to where the likes of the Rockefellers and the Rothschild family are located. Well, if anybody is offended by those things, then you have the time, I reassure you, to actually do your own research and you come to your own conclusions. Why we're all here today is because we realise how so precious our basic freedoms and liberties here are in Scotland. But I am saddened at the same time, really, that it has had to take such a harsh lockdown over a virus, according to the World Health Organization, that has actually had a 99.4% recovery rate. But still, nonetheless, many businesses, including small businesses, have to close, with many of them very likely to go bust in the near future in an economic wave, probably even more bigger than the one we got in 2008 and 2009. And also our legal rights, believe it or not, even though it's kind of ironic we're all here to protest, got taken away as well. And then we have all these weird mandatory face mask laws, which I do respect people's right to even wear a face mask. That's one thing, I do respect that. But to have it forced on us with such vicious amounts of hatred stirred up, even against disabled people like myself. I also have mild asthma, which is sort of count under the Equality Act. And then to have vaccination consent next on the list as well, to give my fellow Scots the rude awakening. And it can work this way. If you want this bit of freedoms taken away or that bit of freedoms taken away, you have to be nice and charming. And of course, it's that simple. You can just tell people you can give people the good sale as to why it was taken away. And unfortunately, I'm sad to say this, I have to mention it, of all the people I have been involved with over the last few years, it seems that much of the mainstream so-called pro-independence crowd, which I still want independence to this day, still, instead of actually for all this claim about wanting to have freedom ringing in their ears one day as we get independence, actually, by action, just bow down on command, like a dog, upon any kind of bad action or command given by a leader they like, which they ironically would actually be opposing if it was any other leader they disliked. See the irony here. But with that said, there is hope for any kind of uprising, or even just, I mean just like metaphorical uprising, for people learning how to even have our basic freedoms and liberties back. There's one story, I have to keep it short here. I have to end the short as of right now because most people want to get on as of now. But if you do want to check me out, I'm also on BitChute, Twitter, as well as Brighton.com with Jonathan on 1994. And if you want to check out the Scottish Libertarian Party over there, they've been more than happy to take any questions from you as well if you want to go and see them for. So I'll just hand over to the next speaker. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Jonathan.
You see,